Hello everyone, my name is Cubero and welcome to this interview for the Master in Entrepreneurship program at the Western Carolina University. Today we have the pleasure to interview the co-owner and founder of MathisLueker Real Estate, a company that's been setting the standard for more than 25 years. She's a graduate from the University of Kansas with a bachelor's degree in organizational communications. Today with us, Trish Lueker. Trish, thanks for having us here.
Thank you. Welcome to our business.
Well, our first question, MathisLueker Real Estate is a family-owned business. Tell us a little bit more about how you guys started.
Okay. We've been in the real estate business, my mother, my husband and I, for many years in the Junction City market. We worked for another broker for many, many years. My mom started back in the early 80s, and Jeff and I came on board licensed in the, well, I was licensed in the late 80s, and Jeff then on in the 90s, and we've been selling real estate for other brokers, one in particular, for many years. At one point, that broker did pass away, and we just had an opportunity and a decision to make at that point. Did we want to continue working for another broker, or take our knowledge and skills and take that big leap to work for ourselves? And that was a tough decision, but at that point we decided let's just go for it, and that's what we did. And so we had the skills and the knowledge and the customer base, but did we have the guts to really do it? And so we're glad we made that decision.
Awesome. So you kind of have the technical part. What challenges do you face starting the business?
Well, I would say that, first of all, the biggest challenge was making that leap of faith, making that decision. We struggled with that for several months. You know, the monetary investment in your own business is substantial, and just making that decision was the toughest challenge. Setting up the office, we already pretty much knew that process and what we needed to do to make the office run smoothly. So that wasn't the hardest part. The hardest part was getting the guts to say, we're going to do this.
Okay. And at the beginning, then you hired people to help you out with the process?
No, we pretty much, my mom, Beth Mathis, and my husband, Jeff, and I, we pretty much did it on our own. I mean, not that we didn't have professional advice where we needed it. That's one thing that entrepreneurs should understand. When you open a business, you need to surround yourself with supportive, knowledgeable experts that if it's something over your head, you're not afraid to go find out from. Like an accountant, you've got to have a trusted accountant, a trusted attorney, and other professionals, you know, in our business, surveyors, Landlords Association, the Kansas Real Estate Commission, people that you can call to get answers when you're not sure.
Sounds like a lot.
It's a lot.
So what characteristics do you look for when you are going to select the members of your team?
Okay. First of all, they have to be fun people that we want to work with. Because when you come to work all day, every day, you want to be surrounded with people that, you know, are fun to be around.
A good environment.
Yeah, because you work 8 hours a day, sometimes 10 or 12, and you want to be surrounded with people who you enjoy. So fun, hardworking people, dedicated, organized, self-starter, people that are ethical and honest. I mean, that's probably number one, especially in this business, people that you can trust. One of the main things we look for, though, is people who are not just focused on getting that commission or the money, 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 money. It's not about that. You take care of the customer, you take care of the people, and then the success and money will follow. So that's kind of how our philosophy was when we started.
I understand. One definition of leadership is the ability to influence people by providing purpose, direction, and motivation while operating to accomplish the mission and improving the organization. So for you guys, how important is leadership, and how do you motivate your team?
Okay, Delegation is very important. People you trust, being able to assign them tasks and trusting them to go through with it. And in order to motivate people to do that, I feel that rewarding them, appreciating them, sometimes with not monetary rewards, but motivating them with praise, little things like a note, hey, you did a great job, lunch, we pay for everyone's lunch once a week or every other week, a gift certificate to their favorite salon for manicure if they have done a particularly good job. Office rewards at the end of the year, we have an above and beyond award that we give to the realtor that not necessarily was the top producer, but that really goes above and beyond for their coworkers and customers. So rewards, appreciation.
And letting them know that you care about them and you have them in mind.
That's exactly right, yes. Well, you pay them well too. But there are other things that I think help employees stay motivated and happy.
I'm talking about finances in the business. How important is to be well prepared during the first stages of the business?
Yes, you have to be smart about your investment, placing your money in the right places. You want to be frugal, but you don't want to be so frugal that you get off to a bad start because you only have one shot. In my estimation, we were either going to make it or we weren't, and kind of failure is not an option. So investing the money in the right places, for instance, location is so important. You have to pick a good location, so investing in a building that's in the right place is important. In advertising is important. Getting the word out in many different areas of the segments. Like, for instance, community activities. We sponsor plays at the little theater, the local theater, Little League baseball, the schools, newspapers, internet, of course, all those things. So spreading out your advertising dollars in a smart way is a good investment when you get started.
So at the beginning, things have changed a little bit from when you guys started. Mm-hmm. You had to at the beginning do a business plan and all that.
Oh, yes.
It is right now, and get help from a bank, investors. How do you?
Very difficult right now to start a business. Banks are hanging on to those monies. It's very hard to get a loan. So you have to have some of your own money. So I would say good advice would be before you go to start your own business, save. And have your own little nest egg because banks are going to want some money down. The Small Business Association is a great place to start for the small business owner. We've seen a lot of folks get started in business in the local area using the Small Business Association. There are also other funding sources. I don't know, can't really speak for other towns, but in our town we have several investment groups that will help people get started. So you just have to get your feelers out and do some investigating in your area.
That's interesting.